The football regular season is winding down and teams across the area make one last push towards the playoffs and improve their seeding. Welcome to Sportswire. I'm Will Catterley. We start in the West End where two teams were trying to do just that. Deep Run, undefeated on the year, battling for one of the top seeds versus Glen Allen, who was on the outside looking in, but a big win over Deep Run just might get them over the top. Trick or treat, Deep Run Wildcats can't be beat. Well, that's kind of true. They come into this one 8-0, undefeated on the year, as the Pancake Platoon takes the field. And who doesn't love pancakes? Well, Glen Allen did not like Deep Run's option offense. Their running game was shredding the Jags early and often in this one. He can run for miles. Ellis with a big gain in a first down, and then Big Bo Kite. All 220, he goes into the end zone. Bo Kite scores multiple touchdowns every game. He says, keep feeding me. Well, you're feeding yourself. Taking the snap for center. Touchdown. Wildcats with the early advantage. Still first quarter. Bo Kite going to deliver with his arm this time. Great pitch and catch. He hits Gabe Harry and the Hendersons. Good for a first down. Then Kite calling his own number. Kite cannot be taken down. Kite. Touchdown. Deep Run Wildcats running wild in this one. Meanwhile, their defense much improved as well. Both sides of the line. It's a sack. It's a fumble. And Deep Run recovers. It would lead to this. Short field goal is up. One shining moment for Glen Allen. They get the block, so nice job by the Jaguar special teams. Coming up with a big play. However, second quarter, Wildcats get the ball back, and they do more damage. This time it's Alva smells like a rose. Yes, he does. Touchdown. You haven't heard the last of Alva Rose. Wildcats up a lot to a little at this point. More Wildcats still second quarter. Pressure on, but a great play call. It's a screen pass, and check out Alva Rose will not be tackled. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they are running wild, passing wild. What a season it's been for Deep Run football as they take a commanding lead over Glen Allen. Defense, again, making big-time plays. Watch the scrambling, firing, finding the wrong man. It's Gabe Harry and the Hendersons. He gets the interception off of Jordan Greenow, and then Bo Kite hitting the stratosphere with that pass. And his prayer is answered. It is caught. Number 24, Kyle Gensum, and then some, Gabe Henderson. On offense as wide receiver and as defensive back, phenomenal. Got the touchdown catch right there. And Glen Allen finally, this is a pretty, oh so pretty pass. Glen Allen gets on the board. Greenow connects to Drew Morris for the touchdown. Jags still down big. Late in this one, Wildcats go to the air again. Gabe Henderson had himself a night. Couple touchdowns on the receiving end, plus that interception you saw earlier. Wildcats stay unbeaten and end Glen Allen's playoff hopes. 47-7 is your final. Meanwhile, in the East End, it's senior night. Henrico taking on Lee Davis. They could not afford to lose this one. Big night all the time and a huge senior class. Parents, players in the camo unis. I don't know how I feel about those, but they definitely played well in them. First quarter, Hayden Bozar going up top. Got a man! And it's freaky fast. Freddie Jones, touchdown catch. Henrico on the board. Fred Jones, how about this for a stat? Scored a touchdown in every single game Henrico's played this year. 8-0, they would go for two and obviously make it. How about Henrico's defense? They were all over the Seafeds offense. And then back comes the Warrior offense. Get out of this guy's way. McDaniels. Eric McDaniels with a big-time run inside the 20-yard line. And then later, check out this. Can't go that way. Well, I'm going to turn around, go the other. It's Jaquel Thomas. And Thomas inside the 10-yard line, and it would lead to this. Warriors came out and played, trying to get that 8 seed. Give it to the big dog, let him eat. Yep, Eric McDaniels, boom, 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 into the end zone, touchdown. Warriors with a 14-0 advantage. Finally, you know what? Lee Davis got something going. Read option. quarterback, big-time run. Stopped by Corin Carey Jarrell, but then same drive, second quarter, slant pass, touchdown. Confederates on the board, and Lee Davis looking for the upset bid. Again, Henrico, this is their last game of the season. They have a bye week on the final week of the regular season, so they need to take care of business and do it big time. Big time pass, second quarter. It's freaky fast, and are you ready? Freddie Jones, he is. He catches a touchdown pass, his second of the night. Henrico up 23-8 in the second. They weren't done. Still second quarter. Boy, they got the run game going. Did you see the blocking on the outside? Well, that's going to spring Marky Harvey. And Harvey hits the hole, finds pay dirt. Warriors up 30-8 at that point, and they weren't done. The run game working dividends. This is going to be a short pass. I don't know what I'm looking at. Well, but we are going to look at a touchdown. Tyrell Moore. Once more, Henrico's got more. Touchdown, Warriors. And they are looking playoff bound, taking care of business, taking care of Lee Davis at home. And everybody, and I mean everybody's getting into the act. Are you ready for Mr. Freddie? Well, he is. Freaky fast, Freddie Jones on the punt return. See you later. They're full of big plays in this one. Big play after big play after big play. It was all Warriors all night long. They absolutely rolled Lee Davis. 63-8 is your fun. Well, she knows how to put on a show and hones her skills for a great cause. Deep Run's Aidyn Mentry is the focus of our Sportswire spotlight on the other side. Plus, it's playoff time in field hockey. Could Glen Allen go on a run? Highlights are straight ahead. Hey!
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to Sportswire. Deep Run student Aidyn Mentry has been twirling batons for years, and she has the skills to entertain massive crowds not only at her school, but across the country. But for all that polish and flash, it's Aidyn's other attributes that makes the biggest difference and puts her squarely in the Sportswire spotlight. We see them score on the field and the courts. But for many student athletes, the greatest wins are away from the arena. You should never play with fire unless you're Deep Run baton twirler Aidyn Mentry.
Most people's parents say don't play with fire, but of course my parents tell me to, and they go out on the front yard with me and they fill some mason jars full of kerosene and gasoline and stick some batons in there, and we light them up, and it's super fun.
Just an average Sunday afternoon at the Mentry household.
When I was in second grade, I got a silly little flyer in the mail, and it said, baton twirling classes, come try it out. So, of course, I had to sign up, and since then it's history.
Even dads learned a few tricks from Aidyn's rigorous schedule.
I do other things to help me. I do dance, I've done cheer, I've done gymnastics, contortion, everything under the sun. I've done CrossFit, personal training, everything I can to strengthen my body and be able to do what I do.
She's performed at pep rallies and put on a blazing show at homecoming. And she's won national and international competitions. But even with the fame and flame, for Aidyn, school comes first.
One more caption writing.
Obviously, I want to twirl at a school, but I have to get in first. So I have to prioritize studying and getting that in.
In terms of Aidyn as a student, she is very dedicated and she's going to keep going and she's going to get everything done. She's very meticulous. And in terms of a human being, she's just got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold that's pretty sweet when it comes to baking.
We had a neighbor that was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, way back 9 years ago. We started this charity bake sale in her honor.
Aidyn's Caring Cookies was born, and yes, she's been baking a difference since 2011.
How can we get this involved here, and can you ship to us, and can we pre-order? We're not going to be in town. It's kind of turned into this giant production.
Production that's paid off big for Susan G. Komen in the Think Pink bake sale.
So at Komen, we actually have a tagline that we call More Than Pink. It's about being more than a pink ribbon. It's turning awareness into action. And Aidyn is the definition of that tagline. Aidyn is what More Than Pink means.
More than a showstopper. More than a student. More than pink. Aidyn's action is even more impressive for Kristen Harris, not just because she's the Komen executive director. She's also a cancer survivor.
It's leading by example. It's showing folks that you can take a passion for baking, you can take a passion for anything, and turn it into a purpose. And that's what I think Aidyn has done just beautifully.
Aidyn's Think Pink bake sale raised over $5,900 this October for Susan G. Komen, and her 9-year total, a whopping $25,000. She plans on earning a baton-twirling scholarship and always the entertainer. She's looking at some big football schools, either in the ACC, SEC, or at Texas. If you know someone who deserves a spotlight, send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. Time for a little field hockey. It's the playoffs. Playoffs, yeah, already. At Hermitage High School, play-in game between Tucker and Glen Allen. You may remember these two teams met up and faced off and took a penalty shootout to determine the victory. This would be another good one. Glen Allen on the breakaway. She shoots, she scores. Jessica grabs one. And the Glen Allen Jaguars take a early 1-0 lead with 22 minutes and change to go in the first half. Still first half. Does Tucker have an answer? Yes, they do. She shoots, she scores. Mashi Maligoda. She finds the back of the net, and just like that, the Tucker Tigers find the equalizer, and we're all nodded at one, just a couple minutes after the first goal by Glen Allen. Now then, after Jessica Grob scored a second goal, Glen Allen now up 2-1 and looking to make it 3. And that dog'll hunt, Lauren Meyer. Bottom right shelf, she shoots, she scores, and it's just the cushion that the Jags need, up 3-1 at the half. Second half, just got to play good D. Tucker trying to find a way to battle back. Tigers in the middle. Ooh! Just squirts by. They say, well, no, that went into the goal, but it was shot outside the box. It's got to be in the box, therefore no goal. Glen Allen looking to add on. Great stop by the keeper right there as Tucker keeps it a 3-1 game, but Glen Allen on the offensive in the second half. Almost gets to 4. That one just goes wide. Jags still up 3-1. Getting late for Tucker. They need help in a big way. Shot into the box, knocked around, but not in the net. And it was too much. Glen Allen Jaguars. Boy, they had a really big game in the next round. You'll hear more about that later. 3-1. Fun. Well, let's go to the other side of the bracket. It's Godwin. Again, another play-in game taking on Clover Hill. Clover Hill, the higher seed. You'd think the Cavaliers would take care of business. Godwin had other plans. This game also played at Hermitage High School. Anna Hundley, the woman of the hour. She shoots, she scores! And that would be the opening goal of the game. Godwin takes a 1-0 lead after Hundley puts the biscuit in the basket. So the Eagles strike first with just under 14 minutes to go. You want more Hundley? You got her. On the breakaway, firing. That finds the back of the net again. She shoots, she scores. And in field hockey, they call that a brace when you score 2 goals. Hundley does just that. Godwin looking to survive and advance with a 2-0 lead with just under 13 to go. Eagles, Hundley looking for the hat trick. That one just goes wide. Godwin, though, playing well and getting their goal scorer involved quite a bit. They would keep the pressure on in the second half as well. Sometimes your best defense is great offense. That one goes off the netting high and outside for ball one. Clover Hill, last chances for them. That pass gets through. Great heads-up defense, though, by number 10 for Mills, Godwin. She was right there to make the stop. And then on the corner, Clover Hill running out of chances. Here's one of their best. Firing! Just goes wide off of the Godwin player, so Clover Hill would get another corner opportunity. And this time, firing across the middle of the zone, nobody home. Godwin dodges the Clover Hill bullets late, and the Eagles excited, and they should be, because they're moving on as they get the victory over Clover Hill. Final score, Godwin 2, Clover Hill nothing. It's back to the gridiron when we come back. Hermitage goes down to the wire against Godwin, plus Varina looks to vanquish Atlee. That's next.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to the show. Let's go up-tempo. We start with the NFL, where two former Henrico football stars faced off against each other. Linebacker Sharif Finch for the Tennessee Titans versus Greg Dortch, kick returner for Carolina. Finch, the former Henrico Warrior, had 2 tackles, including 1 sack on the day, while Dortch, the former Highland Springs Springer, tallied 2 kickoff returns for 52 yards and 2 punt returns as well. The two exchanged jerseys after the game. Speaking of the Springers, Highland Springs up their winning streak on the gridiron to 38 straight games after a 27-20 win over Colonial Forge. Collie Bradford ran the ball 16 times for 128 yards and a touchdown in the victory. Freeman football earned a much-needed win over John Marshall to clinch a playoff berth. Jackson Fellows had 2 rushing touchdowns in the 42-6 victory. Sticking with Freeman, former Rebel and current Ole Miss Rebel, Waleed Suleiman made headlines as he finished 3rd in the SEC Cross Country Championships. Waleed ran the 8K in 22 minutes, 55 seconds and change. And the postseason is well underway in field hockey, and Glen Allen has pulled off a huge upset. The 8-seeded Jags found themselves down 3-0 to top seed Midlothian, only to score 3 goals in the second half and then win in overtime thanks to a Riley Stowell goal. The Jaguars advance to the semifinals. Back to the gridiron now. Varina, one of those teams looking for a very high seed. They could possibly get the top seed. They haven't lost since week 1 against Manchester. Taking on Atlee, that's a wobble. I think the quarterback's arm was hit as he threw it. Intercepted. Johnny on the spot is Isaiah Reed. He gets the pick. Defense playing well. Offense even better. Bobby Dunn has all day to get it done. Flings it to the end zone. Touchdown. Blue Devils. Big time. Barry Hill. Fan of the New York Giants. So am I. We're having a tough year there. 7-0. 9:50 to go in the first. Atlee trying to get things going, but the defensive backs, Varina, they balled out. That ball is picked up, intercepted. Once again, Varina, their defense paying dividends. It would lead to this. Watch the blocking. And then cutting up field. This is a real weapon, and not many teams have been able to stop it. No one really has. It'll be interesting come playoff time, because Bryson Ross takes it the distance for the touchdown, and you haven't heard the last of Bryson Big Time Ross. 14-0. Varina at this point, and then who's got it? Oh, Isaiah Page. Yeah, that guy. Had a banner night in our live stream game against Henrico. Well, he followed suit with a big-time game there for a first down, and there's big-time Bryson Ross. Finding Pater, touchdown, Varina. It is all Blue Devils in this one. How about that stout D? Alonzo Ford, number 54. When you get a guy who weighs north of 250 bills and he's pulling on the back of your jersey, you're a quarterback, you're not going anywhere. 21-0. Going to the second quarter, switching sides now. Who's got the ball? Oh, boy. Check out that run. Yeah, it's a triple threat in terms of the run for Varina. James Reed on the carry that time. And then, who's got it? He's got it. He's got it over there. Touchdown. Third of the night already for big-time Bryson Ross. 2 rushing, 1 receiving, 28-0. Varina, everything coming up. Blue Devils in this one. Atlee finally going to convert the big-time pass, pitch, and catch, but it had to be perfect. It was good coverage. But that would work wonders for the Raiders. 3rd and goal, though. That ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage, so Atlee has to settle for this chip shot field goal. And to their credit, they make it. So finally on the board, shutout not happening for Varina. More Blue Devil defense, so strip sack, it's a fumble. Fumbleia Keandre Scott recovers and puts it back to big play Bobby Dunn, and he gets it done. Isaiah Page, another touchdown for him. He's on the receiving end of that pass. There was nobody near him. All Blue Devils all night long. It was the week, or the Friday night of blowouts, I should say. 36-3 at that point. And now they're going to go with their backup quarterback. He can throw it. Dorian Fleming, what a catch to the receiver. Big time Barry Hill makes another touchdown grab. Varina wins again. Big one with Highland Springs coming up 57-16. Hermitage at home, entertaining Mills Godwin. Neither of these teams making the playoffs going to it, but it was our closest game on Friday night. First quarter, Hermitage making it work at the quarterback position. Malik Myers with the quarterback keeper would lead to this same drive, handing it off. Number 22 on the carry. Jeremiah Coney, touchdown. Hermitage, and the Panthers pounce first. They would have the early 7-0 advantage over Mills Godwin. 3:30 to go in the first. Second quarter, same score, more running. Might remember this guy. It's Nigel James, and NJ's got a seam. 1 point earlier this year, he led the 804 in rushing yards, and he can still scoot, can he? NJ taking it again, same drive. Now he's inside the Godwin 20, and it would lead to this. Why not finish it off, big fella? NJ for the touchdown. Nigel James finds Pater. Hermitage up 14-0 over Mills Godwin. 9:51 to go, second quarter. Would Godwin come back? Yes, they would. Grayson Hanks fires, finds his receiver, and he drops the ball, but he was already down by contact. Connor Mahan, and then Mahan, they roll out again. This time the other side works one way. Try the other side. Reese Plotkin on the receiving end, and this one deep. Simultaneous possession. Who's got it? Who's got it? Well, the refs originally were going to signal Hermitage football, but it's kind of like baseball. Tie goes to the runner. So a great catch. They call that Godwin catch, and they convert on the short touchdown quarterback keeper. 14-7. Godwin back in it. Still down a touchdown. Here comes Grayson Hanks again. Firing, findings, got his receiver, good for a first down. Godwin on the move again. This time, the handoff. And he's going around the left side. Bryce Safarwich with a bag of chips. He finds the end zone. We're all deadlocked at 14 apiece. 7:27 to go in the third, but Nigel James has the answer. He is gone. Nigel James, NJ, with his second rushing touchdown of the evening, putting Hermitage up 21-14 with 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Late in the fourth, Godwin with a chance inside the 5-yard line on the quarterback keeper by Grayson Hanks. They can tie it up. Hanks to the end zone. Oh, just overthrows his wide receiver, who can't believe he couldn't come up with that one. And then last chance, 4th and goal. No, sir, incomplete. And Hermitage escapes at home with a win over Godwin. Remember last year they only won one game. This year they're third. 21-14 the final. Other scores, Highland Springs 38 wins straight in counting, 27-20 over Colonial Forge. Freeman clinches a playoff berth, 42-6 victors over John Marshall. And Thomas Jefferson's having a heck of a year. They beat Tucker 40-0. Well, boys volleyball playoffs, girls volleyball playoffs, both in action. Freeman, the 10 seed, taking on 2nd seed Glen Allen. Jaguars taking on Douglas Freeman. First set action, the block. Big time there for Glen Allen. They'd have a 3-0 lead. They'd score the first 5 points of the match thanks to aces like that by Brooks Cowart. And then later, Cowart, as I said, up 5-zip. Freeman's going to find their way. Don't bet against a Coach Calvert-led volleyball team. I'll say that. Block at the front of the net. Peter Hughes doing the honors. Freeman back on the serve, still in the first set. Oh my, gets some air. Glen Allen's got a special athlete in Joe DeLuca. And then DeLuca on the serve. DeLuca likes it a lot. Can't quite corral that one, though. Kill by number 24, Daniel Bazianos. Freeman hanging around, but this would be Glen Allen's set. This opening one, the block, and they would get it over, but set it up for this. Knock it down. Number 4, Brooks Cowart getting the job done. Glen Allen wins the opening set 25-15. But Freeman would come back. Glen Allen on the serve, early second set with the lead. And oh my, knock it down. Peter Hughes. Heck of a kill. Then Hughes on the serve. Still early, tied at 1. DeLuca says, I'll see you a kill and raise you one more. Knocks that one down for the point. Glen Allen on the serve, still in the second set. Rebels had answers in this one. Bazianos, money. Then on the serve. Jags trying to get it over there, but it's blocked at the point of attack. And the Rebels with a chance. Up 24-21 to even Steven this thing at 1 apiece. That shot looked like it might be in, but no. Ruled out. Freeman takes a second set. Tied 1 apiece, 25-21. But from then on, the talent, the cream rose to the top, and Glen Allen's awfully talented. It was too much. Glen Allen Jaguars and Joe DeLuca and company, along with Cowart, got it done. They would win the third set and then take the fourth as well to survive in advance in the playoffs. 3-1. Jags win it.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see you next time on Sportswire.
If you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to our YouTube channel.